2019 Mercedes-AMG GT63S four-door powerful model. The first ever AMG Fettled Mercedes-Benz was a four-door car, and in the Affalterbach tuning of its early days, four-door Benzes were the exclusive recipients of its ministrations. More recently, of course, AMG has visited its special brand of magic on Mercedes models of all sizes and body configurations, from the A-Class subcompact to the G-Wagon SUV. But to date, the purpose-built AMG models have been two-door sports cars and roadsters. Its official name, the Mercedes-AMG GT four-door coupe, may be something of an anticlimax, but there's plenty to get excited about here. First, though, a bit of clarification: despite a model designation that suggests this new entry is an AMG GT coupe writ larger, the model is actually based on the E-Class sedan's MRA longitudinal engine, rear-wheel drive architecture. One look at it, though, and it's clear that this is not merely a more sportified E63. The AMG GT four-door has its own body, with a low-slung silhouette and a steeply raked windshield. Out front, a vertical bar grille further establishes a visual connection to AMG's sports car. At the rear, the active trunk-lid spoiler adjusts its angle based on vehicle speed. On V8 models a more extreme aerodynamics package is optional, which brings a larger front splitter, a modified rear diffuser, and a fixed rear wing that is manually adjustable. The car debuts in a trio of familiar model designations, and the three-engine lineup includes inline-6 and V8 offerings, all fed with forced induction. The GT53 is the opening gambit and uses the carmaker's recently introduced turbocharged inline-6. It's supplemented by an electrically driven supercharger and a 48-volt electric motor, a setup first seen in the new CLS 53. Like other AMGs wearing the 63 designation, the GT63 is powered by a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8. It's paired with a slightly different 9-speed automatic. This one replaces the torque converter with a multiplate clutch pack that incorporates AMG's race start function. In the four-door model, output is 577 horsepower and 553 pounds-to-foot. AMG claims the GT63 can charge to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds on its way to a top speed of 193 miles per hour. Naturally, there's also a 63S version. That variant turns up the whip to 630 horsepower and 627 pounds-to-foot, meaning that the most potent AMG GT four-door exceeds the output of the two-door sports car, not to mention that of the 603 horsepower E63S, which currently holds the title of fastest four-door sedan at our lightning lap test. All that go requires plenty of whoop, and AMG seems to have spent a considerable amount of energy on the GT four-door's brakes. Or at least on the color of their calipers, which come in 4 different hues. The GT53's internally vented and perforated rotors are squeezed by relatively humble silver-painted calipers. In the GT63, flashier red units, 6-piston front and single-piston rear, grip larger rotors. The 63 series cars ride on air springs, AMG Ride Control Plus, while the 53 version uses steel coils and adaptive dampers. Four-wheel steering is another exclusive feature of the V8 model's chassis. Below 62 miles per hour, the rear wheels turn opposite to the fronts. At higher speeds, they turn in phase. The GT53 and 63 feature 19-inch rolling stock, 9.5 inches wide up front, wearing 255/45 R19 rubber, and 11.0 inches at the rear, with 285/40 R19s. In other markets, the GT four-door is available as either a 4- or 5-seater. For the US market, the car will be available solely as a 4-seater, with 2 different back seat configurations, a pair of non-folding buckets with carbon fiber reinforced plastic seatbacks is standard, while the optional executive rear seat package brings 40/20/40 split folding seatbacks and a large central console with a touchscreen. The AMG GT four-door arrives in the United States next year. The 63 model will go on sale in early 2019, with the 53 version to follow at New Year.